Now, let's look at the India long-term capital gains tax. And in this particular video, what we are dealing with is India long-term capital gains tax from a non-resident standpoint. So if there is a foreign company or a foreign shareholder who is selling the shares of an Indian company, what will be the long-term capital gain tax on such sale in India is what we are going to look at in this video. So when a non-resident sells any shares, he is eligible for the treaty benefit, subject to provision of some documents, etc. So the first thing that you need to see is the tax treatment under the provisions of the Income Tax Act 1961 better for the non-resident, or the tax treaty provisions are better? And generally the steps that have to be followed are as under. So the first step is to see whether the capital gains which are arising to the non-resident are taxable under the provision of Income Tax Act 1961. If the answer to that is no, then that means that such a transaction is not taxable, and therefore you don't need to go and see the provision of the treaty. Of course, the treaty will depend on whether the non-resident is a resident of Singapore, US, or any other country in the world. If India has a treaty with them, you need to go and see those relevant provisions. But if it is taxable under the Income Tax Act, the second step that I need to follow is I need to see if there is any additional benefit available on such taxation under the provision of the treaty. Generally, under the income tax treaty, the capital gains is something which is levied under Article 13 of the relevant treaty, and this is titled as capital gains. Now, in some treaties you may have this clause, in some treaties you may not have this clause. If this clause is present, then obviously the taxation has to be as per Article 13. If the Article 13 also says that the provisions have to be taxable under the Act, there is no difference, you have to ultimately pay the taxes. But if Article 13 is not present, then in some cases the tax department has taken a stand that such income may be taxable as other income for the non-resident. But what if even the other income clause is not applicable? Other income clause is generally Article 21. You will seldom face these situations because generally capital gains clause is present, but even in some cases if it is not present, this is how you look at it. But if the Article 21 is not present, then generally the tax office in India takes a stand that these are taxable as per the domestic tax laws of India. Now, in order to claim exemption on such capital gains taxation, you need to be a tax resident of the foreign country, and therefore a tax residency certificate is something which is a bare minimum requirement of the Indian government that you must have. Otherwise, the benefit of the treaty is not given. There are certain other documents that you need to obtain to claim your benefit under the tax treaty, which you need to check. If you have any issues around any of these things, you can contact us at this given number or email, or at the link given below in the description, where you can seek to get answers to your queries.